Welcome. This is a presentation from DIY Marketing, where we say, yes, you can. Now, roll up your shirt sleeves and get out your elbow grease. You're going to learn how to become a dynamic DIY marketer.
Hi, I'm Lauren Darr, coming to you from DIY Marketing, and I have for you a direct mail success checklist. Direct mail is great for when you are doing promotions or if you have a sale, and even for branding your overall business. And I want to help you maximize your success with your direct mail by giving you this 5-point checklist. So number one on the checklist is your mailing list itself. Very important. There's no sense in designing a really nice direct mail piece if you don't have those people to send it to. So I always encourage people to make sure that you have your own in-house mailing list, and you should develop that over time as you get more customers and more inquiries and more leads. And make sure you're doing that if you're not doing it already. But another way that you can go about getting those prospects is by buying or renting a list from a list broker. And you want to make sure that their list is updated on a fairly regular basis. If you're in a business-to-business environment, a lot of times the trade publications in your particular industry will actually sell a mailing list to you. So that's something else to consider when generating a mailing list. Direct mail companies, many of them even today online, not only do they send your direct mail and do the postage, but now they're getting into the business of actually supplying and brokering those mailing lists. So that's another thing for you to consider and a few resources for you in generating that direct mail list. Second on the list is having an offer. Your direct mail needs to be purposeful in what you want to offer and what call to action that you want people to have. Make sure that whatever you offer, it's simple and easy to understand. When people get things in the mail and they get piles of mail on a daily basis, you really literally only have a few seconds of time to capture their attention and get them to try and do a call to action. So have a headline in there. In your copy, make sure that your offer is repeated so that it is of utmost clarity. And have a purpose in your direct mail piece in that have it very specific and narrowed to one area of focus. If you have a direct mail piece that it kind of is a hodgepodge of too many different things that you're trying to do, you are guaranteed that you're not going to have any call to action whatsoever. So if you're promoting an event or something specific for your club or organization, if you're going to have a contest, a particular sale or particular promotion, make sure that that is the specific focus of the direct mail piece and that it's very, very clear what you want the call to action to be. What do I mean by call to action? What I mean by that is, do they need to call into a telemarketing center or call your phone line? Does a person need to go to your website for some specific type of inquiry or particular web page? You might even have a program where you have a specific URL for every individual person on your mailing list. Or do they need to go online in some way and enter into a contest or enter in some other way, maybe by coming into your store? Those are things to think about when having a call to action. So number 3 on our direct mail checklist is to consider the design of your direct mail piece itself. Make sure that it's attention-getting and grabs people's attention, makes them want to read more. Because if it doesn't, as I said earlier, people get so much mail these days that they're going to be going through all of their mail. And if it isn't attention-getting, it's just going to end up in the recycling bin or in the trash can right away. You might want to think about hiring a professional designer for something like this so that you can maximize your direct mail opportunity. You do have to keep in mind, however, that no matter what design you have, it has to work within postal regulations. So make sure that whenever you're working with a professional designer, they understand, like, where does the indicia need to go? Where do we need to leave barcode space at the bottom? How much room do I have to have for an address? Those are some things that you really need to make sure any designer that you work with is someone that's experienced with direct mail and can handle those issues for you, because it would certainly be a huge waste of money to send a direct mail piece out and have some kind of design that forces the Postal Service to send those back to you. Fourth on our direct mail checklist is your copy. Make sure that your copy is succinct. Make sure that your copy is clear so that the offer is very understandable. And make sure that it's very obvious what you want the call to action to be. This will also help you with your tracking of your direct mail piece and how successful it was, because you will know how many people are actually partaking in that call to action versus the number of people that you've sent your direct mail piece to. So having good copy is very important. And sometimes people will hire a copywriter, and a copywriter is a very good investment for your direct mail pieces, so that it has the type of copy that will get people to move on whatever that call to action needs to be. Fifth on our direct mail checklist is repetition. I encourage people to plan their direct mail out in campaigns, versus saying, oh, I'll do try and do a one-hit wonder with my direct mail piece. If you have a limited amount of budget for an entire year for marketing, and you want to do direct mail as a part of that, if you're not doing it for like one specific product launch and promotion, I would encourage you to figure out a way to spread that budget out over a period of time and repeat sending a direct mail piece to the customer base on a more regular basis. This helps you to establish more brand awareness and establish better relationships with those people that you want to become your clients. This has been Lauren Darr for DIYmarketing.tv, coming to you with your direct mail success checklist. Feel free to comment or ask any questions whatsoever on our website, and thank you for joining me.
This has been a presentation of DIY Marketing. Thank you for joining us. Now get out there and market, because oh yes, you most certainly can.